everybody. Good afternoon, it's Chris Wood here, just jumping on for a few minutes to say hello to this live update, see how everybody's doing today. I am also on here to say congratulations to Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police Spencer Mills 14716 ex-chief or commander. Before leaving Napanee in 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler to Shelley Hafner, to Stacy, a mental health worker, was Daily Tea Company in Napanee, now Kingston, to Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, to Shannon Cork, Staff Sergeants years 2019-2021, to Spencer Mills 14716. You are all guilty of injuring, torturing, human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, lies, time-bound cover-ups, false arrest, identity theft, torture crimes, elderly murders, dog tortures, and murders with one Blair Hardy, one Bill Woldridge, one Tyler Lake, one Jason Van Alstyne, who is in Kingston and in Napanee, Ray LeBlanc, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns are all guilty of crimes and murders with and for O.p.p. for drop charges, drug trafficking, drug lacing for the homeless out of the hub in Kingston to commit overdoses. I've been medically blacklisted, falsely arrested, and prevented from help and medical proof for 4 years. I'm also the end of my bloodline, and the cops' name need to be arrested and charged. I'm 51 years old, and there's nothing I can do about it. Doctors, hospitals, even the CEO of a hospital is criminally negligently involved in committing and covering up Ontario Provincial Police murders, Bill Woldridge murders, Blair Hardy murders, Tyler Lake murders, Jason Van Alstyne murders, that they are committing with and for the cops while being paid $300 a day, free drugs and money, drop charges, and immunity. When you are committing serious felony crimes for police, you all of a sudden become unarrestable without $22,000. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled is who they're going after. Financial thefts and frauds, they're causing homelessness. They're stealing disability pensions. They're committing welfare frauds, bank frauds, identity thefts and frauds, framings against victims. This is the police with these pieces of shit that I've named in Napanee, Ontario. Families are murdered and missing. It is the police who are involved with these crimes. My legal rights, my medical rights, my human rights have been taken. I have been completely and physically changed by being called delusional, hallucinating liar. Everything and anything that is done to me, there is nothing I can do about it. I cannot get medical help, I cannot get legal help, or any other, because of this is police revenge against me. All my rights have been taken. I have been completely mutilated, my lungs, my kidneys, my body, full skull splitting, brain injury, while being accused of just having a headache. Lies against me about being suicidal, self-harmer. No, I'm not. I've been trying to save my life. All bullshit lies told through Stacy, a mental health worker who is a murdering piece of shit. She is the next Carla Homolka of Canada, along with Spencer Mills being the Paul Bernardo of Canada for cops, and their little bastard Blair Hardy and Billy Woldridge are copycats to one Russell Williams. Whether it's believed or not, they are friends with these people still, and they are close friends with them, and they are copycats. The rapes, the murders, the stalkings, the human trafficking, and all successfully getting away with it. And now Kingston police are also involved through Jason Gimpy Two-Step Van Alstyne. They are the ones that are aiding him and protecting him while he is feeding laced fentanyl to homeless addicts out of the hub here in Kingston to cause homicides. Anytime O.p.p. wants because of crimes against me and me not being able to do anything about it legally or any other way to assure that they get away with this. Spencer Mills, you can always pay to have my dad exhumed in Deserano, Ontario, you murdering pieces of shit, to prove my DNA. If this is how things are gonna go, you became cops to get away with what you're getting away with, to commit. How many others have you committed identity thefts with? And how many others have you framed doing this? How many murders have you gotten away with? How many people have you sold? How many children have you fucked? How many elderly have you killed or had killed? How many dogs have you had abused and murdered because you can? That's right. Ontario Provincial Police, Napanee, one way or another, no threats in any way, shape, or form, but you are dangerous threats to society, and you need to be locked up, you need to be charged, you need to have your pensions taken, and you need to be criminally and felony charged and put in prison with your boy Paul Bernardo and Russell Williams, who you were associated with. If it wasn't for public forcing your hands, you would have never arrested him, and he'd have still been killing people. And that is a fact. I hate to bring that up because it's been such a long time, but that's exactly what Lennox and Addington and the O.p.p. truly are about when they can get away with it. Mentally injuring people, keeping them from medical help with your lies about being suicidal self-harmers, having long criminal records and history, and a bunch of other bullshit. You're using your badges, positions, your lies, your false guise of law to get away with it. Like I said, poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. Be very aware, be very careful in Napanee, because once they cast their lies on you, you are fucked. There is nothing that you can do. I've been trying for 4 years while I'm being mentally fucking deformed and having my identity changed for mistaken identity with a crackhead piece of shit gimp who is a stroke victim, crackhead lowlife, who sucks O.p.p. dick, Jason Gimpy two-step Vinalstein, the biggest inbred motherfucker to go to walk the streets of Napanee and Kingston. You piece of shit goof is all you truly are, and one way or another you will be found, and I will see you spend the rest of your life in prison. I will see you rot, you little piece of shit bastard. You O.p.p. crackhead, crack-fed little bitch is what you are, Vinalstein, along with your murdering little animal abusers, Ray LeBlanc, Tyler Lake, Jason Vinalstein again, Blair Hardy, who's conveniently boyfriend to Spencer Mills, Billy Woldridge, whose real name is Stephen Maven, a Walnut Harbor inmate sex offender who O.p.p. are harboring while he is committing crimes with and for them. He frequents Picton. He's now bald, glasses, goatee, lives at 149 Center Street, Napanee, the old Boomhauer house. He's approximately 60 to 70 years old. He wears glasses. He's bald. He thinks that he is me, Chris Wood. He thinks that we were switched at birth. He thinks that he is my dad. And while he was stalking my mother, he was also calling her mom before he murdered her, using R&M on her, causing cancer in her, done with intent to make it look like just another elderly person that contracted cancer and was killed from it. No, it was done with fucking intent. It was 100% murder through the police and through Billy Woldridge and Blair Hardy because of the bullshit lies. He's a mimicker. He's highly psychotic, delusional. He also frequents Picton, Toronto as well. So public needs to be aware of this. Bear with me for 2 seconds, people, because I'm going to show you the faces of ones that are guilty of first-degree murder for Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, with intent to commit so they can get away with their crimes. They are the goats, the scapegoats, and the little fucks that they feed drugs to murder victims. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills, an ex-chief who had me shot in August of 2019 by something, and then the bullshit lies against me began. He drives a white Jeep Wrangler. He's very seriously dangerous. This guy here used to stalk children for him as Tim Hortons for sex slavery. This is Billy Wooldridge, the one that is now bald, glasses, goatee, and frequents the loaf and ale and coffee cravings in Napanee and thinks that he is my dad and Harry Potter. This is Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne here in Kingston and Napanee. This is the one that I'm going through identity theft from and needs to be found now. This is Bill Wooldridge again too. He used to live at 34 Water Street in Napanee as well. Blair Frederick Hardy, he's the boyfriend of Spencer Mills, the drug trafficker and lacer for the cops. He's guilty of rapes too. That's Van Alstyne again. Bill Wooldridge, Ontario chapter, Hells Angels captain. And he's the one that used to stalk kids at Tim Hortons for the O.p.p chief. Tyler T. Bag Lake, he's guilty of murdering my dog, torturing and murdering my dog in March 2023. He is Robert Kane, O.p.p.'s meth-fed little piece of shit. He's a rat informant, and he's guilty of torturing and injuring my dog and murder. His name is Ray LeBlanc. He lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria in Napanee. He's a child groomer and a meth dealer for the cops. He's also guilty of abusing my dog and killing him as well with Tyler Lake. There is also one Dale Hartwick who frequents between Kingston, Charlotte Lake, and Napanee. He's guilty of stabbing his wife's girlfriend, or was his wife's boyfriend, and now aiding O.p.p. for drop charges. He's become a rat informant, guilty of attempted murder and aiding in my identity theft as well through remote narrow monitoring that's being used on me for 4 years, and this is how it's being done. That is Tony Hearns, aka Axl Rose of Napanee, Dale Hartwick's boyfriend, aiding him in this as well. He needs to be arrested and charged along with the rest of them. He is also a speed trafficker in Napanee. And that's Dale Hartwick, and that's how Spencer Mills, 14716, ex-chief or commander, year 2019, before leaving Napanee, staff sergeants, that's how they commit their murders, sex assaults, kidnapping, and ending bloodlines, because that's exactly what has taken place. I realize this may sound crazy, and this has nothing to do with hate against cops or anyone else. This has to do with them being criminal pieces of shit and getting away with what they've been getting away with for 4 years because of me speaking the human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission at the time, and then them having show up at my place for the threats and intimidation. Then Billy Wooldridge comes onto the scene, starts stalking after I was shot by ex-O.p.p chief, and then the medical blacklisting, the lies, the kidnapping, the false arrest, the blood and piss stealing as well. This is what O.p.p are truly about. And there is nothing I can do about this. No matter what is done to me, I cannot get medical help or do nothing. Obviously, damages are done. Complete, total, physical fucking identity theft while being totally brain split, skull split, and proving it and being called a liar because it's police revenge. As it stands, there is 3 hospitals that aid police O.p.p in covering up their crimes to assure that they get away with them, and I have proven it 100%. You need police. I would advise you not to phone them, because the wrong ones just may show up at your door and you just may become one of their human trafficking victims, or you just may become a murder victim from them because they can. Maybe they didn't get sex on that morning, maybe they're whatever, but you don't lick their boot heels, your family will be killed. You speak their crimes, your family will be killed. Remember this. Be safe, everybody. Take this serious, because nothing I can do, no matter what's done to me. I'm 51. I'm the end of my bloodline at O.p.p. Congratulations for the crime that you got away with.